Did I give everybody their $5, right? Everyone got their 5?
Yes.
Of course, we do amazing words. Aaron, will you go over there and circle the word mock for me? There you go. What does mock mean? Do you know, Aaron?
Like you mock somebody.
What do you do when you mock somebody?
Like you say what they're saying.
Yeah? You make fun of them, don't you? Yeah? Okay. Raiden, you want to find idol? Can you circle it? Do you know what idol means? No? Does anybody? Tanner?
Like when you start the engine in your car,
Okay.
and you let it run for a little bit, it idles.
Okay. What's another way of explaining it? Joshua? Yes. But it's spelled differently. What about not being busy, not doing anything? You're just, I'm idle. I don't know if that's idle.
This is
Are you idle right now?
Yes.
Okay. What about who can find potential? Christopher, can you circle it? Tia, you can do the next word. We only have 4 words. Do you know what potential means?
Like there's like he has certain energy inside you. You're just doing nothing.
Good job. You got
Good.
a sword in there?
It was like a powerful.
Something is possible, right? I think that every single one of you have the potential to be amazing when you get adults. Do you understand what potential means? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Diego, find ecstatic.
What?
You know what that, ecstatic? Ecstatic?
No.
You know what that means? You know what it means?
Nope.
No?
Non-static.
Don't know what it means?
Nope.
Does anybody? Were you ecstatic to get up this morning and come to school?
I was.
No.
My kids were. It means you're happy, you're excited, right? Were you excited to get up and come to school today? No? Why? Did you enjoy your sleeping in time?
No, I enjoyed staying up until the kid died.
You did?
On Minecraft.
Okay, we're going to have our read aloud, and you need to look and listen for those 4 words. Okay? The read aloud is called The Myth of Icarus. Do you know what a myth is?
Yeah. That's big up.
Okay? And this is about a boy who flies too high. What do you think that's going to be? What do you think it's going to be about?
Like a boy that flies high and then dies because of Minecraft and fly too high.
Really? Okay, Aaron?
Yeah, you could. No.
Yeah, his dream
Okay.
is to fly high.
He's flying too high and he can't get back down.
Okay,
It's like a
I guess we'll find out, won't we? Long ago in Greece, there lived a great architect, inventor, and craftsman named Daedalus. One day, the king got angry with Daedalus and banished him and his son Icarus to the island of Crete. The only way to escape from the island was by sea. The sea was so vast and rough that it seemed to mock their attempts to swim across it. Daedalus and Icarus knew if they tried to use a boat, they would be arrested. Did you hear one of our words in that paragraph?
Yes.
What word?
Mock.
What is it saying then? The sea was so vast and rough that it seemed to mock their attempts to swim across it.
Like it was like so hard to get across. Like
What did mock mean?
like they
Remember?
wanted to get across it, but it just was. It was just
Yeah.
swallowed.
That's what it's trying to. Yeah. You're very right. Okay.
It was just basically.
Daedalus. Okay. Daedalus did not want to stay idle forever on Crete. He knew that he had the potential to find a way off the island. Daedalus thought hard about what to do. Finally, he came up with an incredible idea. If he and Icarus could not escape by swimming or using a boat, they would fly. What 2 words did you hear?
Idle and potential.
Idle and
Potential.
Daedalus spent months designing 2 sets of wings. The wings had to be strong enough to support him and his son on their journey. He collected feathers and sewed them together with string. He held the feathers together on a frame with wax. He added leather straps that would secure the wings on their arms. What do you think they're going to try to do?
The one's gonna try to push them like a glide.
Finally, he finished his invention. Daedalus fitted 2 wings onto his son's strong arms. Then he gave him careful instructions. He warned Icarus, do not fly too low. You must fly high enough so the feathers will not get wet from the sea mist. Damp wings will pull you down and your arms will tire. Icarus turned away, ready to fly, but his father stopped him. Daedalus added, son, do not fly too high either. The heat of the sun will melt the wax, and the wings will not hold together. What do you think is going to happen?
It's gonna melt. It's gonna melt the.
He's going to go too high,
Yeah, you're gonna fly too high, and then it's gonna melt, and then it'll fall.
and he'll fall into the water, huh?
And my little wings.
We'll see. And so Daedalus and Icarus jumped off a cliff, each wearing a set of wings. They flew miles and miles over the sea. They headed toward the mainland, and their wings drifted on air currents. Their arms did not tire. The incredible flight thrilled young Icarus. He was ecstatic about his new ability. Before long, he began to ignore his father's warnings. He soared higher and higher. The soft wind blew gently on his face, and the sun warmed his skin. Icarus did not realize that the sun's rays were melting the wax that held his wings together. His wings began to fall apart, and Icarus fell into the sea. The sea swallowed him, and soon Icarus drowned. Daedalus had lost sight of his son and reached land alone. Days later, Icarus's wings washed up on shore. Daedalus realized what had happened, and he cried bitterly, lamenting that his invention had killed his son. The sea where Icarus died was later named the Icaran Sea. The sea has kept that name to this day, and you can find it near the island of Crete. So what did he do wrong?
It flew too high.
So he didn't even listen to his father, did he?
I would just use the wings to swim.
What do you think about that?
I said go.
Do you think you can make wings and fly like a bird?
No. Yeah. This shot this guy did.
You don't think you can?
I don't get it. Story. Was he on separate wings or something? Yeah, separate wings. Like when it was a.
Well, yeah, they had one on each of their arms.
Yeah.
And they were just flying
Is that
in the wind current.
Yes, that is true. It is. Yeah. It's impossible. So he fell into the sea.
Okay,
Yeah.
our new vocabulary words. I think you guys are going to really enjoy the story that we read this week. I'm excited about
Basketball.
it. Basketball.
Ooh.
Everyone knows what basketball is, right? Yes? Okay. What about disease? Does everyone know what a disease is?
Yes.
Okay. Freeze.
Yes.
Of course you know what freeze is. Guard.
Yes.
You watch over or protect something, right? If you're guarding it. Popular.
Yes.
Liked by many, right? Sports. Okay. Study. Yes. Terrible. Okay. Those are pretty easy words this week, aren't they? What we'll do is we'll break up and we'll do our jigsaw for our vocabulary words, okay? Okay, Raiden, you're 1. Joshua, 2. Jordan, 3. Valeria, 4. Okay? Adrian, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1s are in the library. 2's in the closet. 3's back there, and 4's up here. Nice and large. Go to your spot, and I'll give you your words. Let's go from the bottom up today. Okay, 1s. You have terrible. Did you hear me? Terrible. Study. Sports. And popular. Okay? Go. What's your word? Is very popular. Why? Everybody likes them, right? Okay. Use another sentence. Think of another sentence that uses popular. You're not sure? What about you, Sid? You don't know?
Hey, what are you guys doing? You're supposed to face each other.
What about
I did not even
basketball
everybody
is
talks.
very popular?
No, I didn't understand.
Do you think basketball is popular? Good. Good.
Sports
that
are
it?
games that you can
Okay.
play
Sit down.
inside or outside.
Sorry, Lambert. I'll put you out, didn't I?
Okay.
Guys good?
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll go Raiden, Joshua, Jordan, and Valeria back there. Because that'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then Adrian, Christopher, Charlie,
Can you go back and do it again without all of that?
and Lambert in the closet. You're 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys back there. And the rest over here. Remember your word.
Okay, boys and girls, when I look around, Mrs. Betts and I want to see you standing in a circle and you are facing each other. Okay? You owe me $1 and you owe Mrs. Betts $1 if I look up or she looks up or Mr. Shipley looks up and sees you spacing off or not doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right? Okay.
Terrible means like you're terrible at something and you can't make it any better. Sports are something that you can play inside or outside. Basketball is a game. Well, not that. basketball is
Hello, this is my reflection number 2 over differentiated instruction. The question number 1 says, discuss how you differentiated the lesson for individual and or distinct groups of students. The part that you see that I recorded, that I edited for you and submitted, was you get to see where we're introducing the amazing words for the first. This is day 1, which is the beginning of the unit, the beginning of this unit. And we introduce a few of the amazing words, and we usually call on a student, have them go up, circle it, underline it, whatever, and see if they know what it means. And if they don't, then they can call on one of their friends. I'm not really for this way. This is just kind of, my teacher does it this way, and that's why I've been doing it this way. And I would really like to find something different, like maybe get some visuals of these words and be able to have the students really discuss what with their partners, or what do you feel like this, get some connections, get them to really understand what they think this word means. You do get to see me do the jigsaw with my vocabulary words, which I love, and I think the students really enjoy it. You number your students off, and give them a word, and they have to go back to their group and discuss it. What does it mean to you? Give me a sentence with that word, and then they come back, and each group will get a 1. Each group will have a 2, 3, and 4. So therefore, you have 4 different words in that group, and those students are getting to do some cooperative learning. And what does this word mean to you? What does it mean to you? How do you connect to this word? And I think that the jigsaw works great. It really gets the kids to understand, what, if they don't understand a word, their peer gets to explain it to them. And I think it works really great. And then also another thing that we do on day 2, 3, and 4 are centers, which we do it's like a small, we do some centers are just individual work. And then there's a couple centers that will have me or my cooperating teacher will have the group, and it really helps explain certain things, like if we're talking about cause and effect, or if we're talking about generalizations, which students really have a lot of trouble with. And this really gets a one-on-one with 4 or 5 students, if that, and that really helps get some different type of instruction, because then you can see what you need to do with this student. Number 2, discuss any challenges that arose related to differentiated instruction, either during planning or implementation, and how you handled those. Oh, it's so hard for me. I know it's something that it's stressed, and I think it's great. Kids learn when it's done this way, but it's something that I think that you have to have someone really help you and teach you how to do it correctly, and then you just have to try to do it yourself. And it's okay, well, this didn't work, let's try this, different types of group things, different, and my cooperating teacher really is great on this, and she's really been trying to help me and getting me to understand, how important it is, which I knew it is, but it's doing it yourself in a classroom. Number 3, discuss how you will change your approach in future lessons based on what you learned from this teaching experience. Well, I'm constantly changing the way I'm teaching and the way I'm writing my lesson plans, and I think every single lesson that I do, I'm learning from, and every single lesson that my teacher does or helps me with, I learn from it. And I think the more the more that I'm in the classroom, and the more that I have my own classroom, I think I'll eventually get better, and get the help from my other teachers that I need help, getting help from other teachers if I need it. It's just, I think differentiated instruction is very important for all the students, and for all the students, it's just something that that it's not really taught, and it's something that you have to get ideas from other people, and from others cooperating, from other teachers, and it's just something that you really have to sit down and think about. I know that I'm going to keep improving, because I can only go up. I can't go any lower than what I've been doing. So I guess that's it, and thank you.